Welcome back, everyone. It's Chapter 11 with Week 11 for NFL Pick'ems. I am Keller, your host. I have with me Lupo and Matt.
How you doing?
Yo.
Last week,
I
again.
wasn't here.
Spoiler, I sucked.
Yeah. Last week, again,
We all
another
sucked.
crappy week. Just random teams beating that other team's ass.
Not including the Jets.
Yeah.
Literally taking a crap.
Overall, I am now tied for first place with Lupo with 86 wins. Matt, with his terrible week, is down 2 games with 84 wins. Now, getting into the picks. Thursday, November 18th, first game of the week, Patriots versus the Falcons. I'm taking the Patriots. Mac Jones looks wonderful. Bill Belichick really got him going now, and the Falcons just suck. And, straightforward. Matt, who are you taking?
You don't go against Belichick. I'm going Patriots. The Lupo impression from last week, which I think you rated at 10. Yeah, you rated it at 10.
You sound
Anyway,
like
Joe Swanson.
anyway,
You sound
rated
like you're
at
from
10.
the country.
Rated at 10 by our country boy Lupo.
That's offensive.
Sorry. Patriots win. Falcons are terrible. Ramondre Stevenson balled out 20 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Damian Harris is, I believe, practicing this week, so he might be splitting the load a little bit. But, yeah, Patriots look great. To Lupo.
I would be a fool to pick the Atlanta Falcons, and I am not. So, as always, I'm going to pick the New England Patriots. Mac Jones does look good. Matt Ryan does not look good. And that's all I need to say, because I'm still upset about my impression.
The first 1 o'clock game for Sundays, November 21st, Colts versus the Bills. Bills, when they decide to win, they always score around 40-something points.
When they win, they win.
Yeah, when they win, they win.
When they lose to the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going first again. I'm taking the Bills. Hopefully they can keep this trend going, and the Colts, since they almost lost to the Jaguars, I don't feel confident taking them. So
But the Bills lost to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
don't care. That was a fluke. Matt started the curse, broke the curse for you guys. The Bills are going to win. Boom. Lupo, who are you taking?
Part of me wants to go with Indy, but I feel like Carson Wentz might sprain both ankles again, so I'm taking the Bills also.
I'm also going to go Bills. You're welcome, Buffalo. I sacrificed the game to
did.
break the curse.
Yep.
So
That's why you can feel confident picking the Bills this
I
week.
would appreciate a win and getting back in the right column here.
Yeah, don't crap the bed.
Especially if you keep that rushing attack up. That was pretty crazy on the ground.
4 rushing touchdowns, 4 different people.
Yes.
Now, that's what I call the rushing attack. Hey, Eagles, pay attention.
Ravens, Bears. Bears were on a bye last week. Ravens crap the bed against the Dolphins. Only 10 points. Their rushing attack is terrible.
They're cutting
only-
Le'Veon Bell. As
Yeah,
of
they did call
today.
Le'Veon Bell.
They,
Yeah.
listen, ever since Le'Veon Bell left, the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers,
Yeah.
he's been washed up. Got a lot of big name players becoming washed up in the last few years. We'll get to Odell later. Boom, roasted. With that being said, I will go first yet again, just to prove you guys.
You
that
always
I'm
go
on
first.
fire, baby. I'm taking the Ravens. Bears suck. Ravens are not going to play like that each week. That was just okay, they lost 3 games. But that was a one-time thing where they only scored 10 points against a shitty team. They're not going to do that every time. So, with that being said, I am taking the Ravens. Lamar Jackson will flip this around. You saw his big Louisville, his number got retired.
Second Louisville player to get their number retired, along with Johnny Unitas, former Baltimore Colt.
Yep.
Right, and you got to ball out after that.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
don't expect them to score 10 points again. Expect them to expect him to carry that rushing and passing game to a W. Lupo, again, who are you going to take?
It's a tough one. Part of me wants to take the Bears, to be honest with you. You know what? Put me down for the Bears. I want to be the odd man out.
All right.
Put me down for the Bears.
Oh, sweet. I get to be the tiebreaker.
It's a tie.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a tie.
I don't know if you're joking or being serious.
No, I'm going to go with the Ravens.
You going who?
Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they have a bad week again, like they did against the Dolphins. The Bears, I honestly don't remember what they did the week before the bye week. I think they won and they looked pretty good.
Yeah, Justin Fields been getting a little
Yeah,
bit better,
he's,
but he's still not, I think, where everybody wants him or expects him to be at, I guess.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to win, especially now they're getting Rashad Bateman involved too, so that receiving core is starting to expand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Ravens.
All right, so this Lions team, they didn't lose.
But they didn't win.
But they're going to win this week
But
against
they
the
didn't
Cleveland
lose.
Browns.
Ugh. Are you really picking the Lions?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing when you were just talking about it off air. I'm going to take the Lions to get their first win of the season. And I'm assuming Baker's going to be out. Not that I'm hoping that he's injured, but I think he's just going to be out. Nick Chubb still in the air, what's going to go on with him, and then Kareem Hunt still in the air, what's happening with him. I'm taking the Detroit Lions. I think the half a win they got, half a loss they got, they're going to finally get over the hump, and they're going to learn how to win, and Dan Campbell's going to be very happy.
I can't pick the Lions.
Yeah, you can watch.
No, I can't. I mean, even though you guys tied with the Steelers, which is really shocking, but I can't pick the Lions. You guys, I mean, Cleveland's playing at home. You know, the Lions are going to the dog pound. Even with Baker Mayfield or Nick Chubb out, I would still pick the Browns. Because, well, Detroit, again, you went 0-16 with Megatron on your team, so, yeah. Matt, Keller?
Believe it or not, Matt just mentioned, I did mention off air that I feel like the Lions are due to just only to the fact that just because the Browns are just like crippled right now. And I'm scared. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Lions.
Yes!
All right.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I feel like the Lions definitely suck. But with a
Definitely?
crippled...
They're 0-8.
I know, they definitely suck. That's what I'm saying. But because the Browns are so crippled on offense, I feel like you're literally leaving the door wide open for a W. Now, I can agree with Lupa. No, you're right.
What team the 1 week had a bunch of injured players and they played the backups and they won?
The Cardinals, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Cardinals and the Browns are two different teams. But whatever.
They're
I think
Lions.
listen, they got a tie. It's definitely feel better than a loss.
That franchise is cursed.
Listen, you didn't lose. Whatever. I'm taking the Lions.
All right.
You have to. The door's open. Go for it. Gut check time. I'm taking the Lions.
Don't let me down, dog pound.
So the Texans had a bye last week, and they're going against the Tennessee Titans, whose rushing game is absolutely trash now. Poor Derrick Henry. I miss you.
Get well soon.
Yeah, Texans had a bye, so you really can't talk much about them. The Titans squeezed out a win. Believe it or not, they're 8-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like they're more like a 5-winish.
Yep,
5
I
wins
agree.
maybe right now. But anyways, Matt, who's going to win this time?
I'm going to take the upset with the Texans.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like this Titans team without Derrick Henry.
But they won 2 games without him.
And they beat the Saints, who have a formidable good defense.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Texans. I don't like the Titans in the matchup.
You don't go against the Texans.
What do you guys sound like for...
I'm making fun of him. I don't know where he got that from, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. I'm not going to pick the Texans. I'm still going to go with the Tennessee Titans, even without Derrick Henry, because, well, I just can't put my faith in the Titans. Like Keller said, they did win 2 games without Derrick Henry. So, when they beat the Saints last week, even though it was only by 2 points, they still squeezed out a win. And where the hell is Julio? Is he injured?
On IR.
Again?
Yeah.
I feel like he's on IR every week.
He might as well retire soon because...
Whoa.
Listen.
Take it
they're
easy.
Not even playing.
It don't matter.
Not even playing.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a bad year for him. Anyway, Tennessee Titans, that's my pick.
Okay, I'm going with the Titans 2 because the Texans are in a rebuild mode. They have nobody. Tyrod Taylor's probably...
Brandon Cooks.
Tyrod Taylor and Brandon Cooks are probably the only 2 people you got. And in my defense, Brandon Cooks has been pretty decent no matter what team he's been on. I could say kind of the same thing for Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
He was on the Bills at one point. He just keeps getting hurt.
Yeah, he can win you some games like this one this week against the Titans.
But he's not going to. I'm taking the Titans. Matt,
And you're
gonna
taking
lose.
the Texans.
For now.
What?
My boy Aaron Rodgers and the Packers came back and shut down the Seahawks.
Literally.
Yes. And Matt, whenever you say the Vikings are due, they're due. They pull through and they win. Beat a Chargers team. Now, Packers versus the Vikings. What do you think about this week?
I do not think the Vikings are due. They just got to win. They used up all their wins for right now. The Packers are going to win. Aaron Rodgers looked like he was knocking some rust off. Wondering if the weather played into it at all with the snow before the game. And I think there was flurries throughout the game, but definitely some snow before the game and looking like a nice quote-unquote football weather game. They did lose Aaron Jones to, I believe, an MCL sprain, so that's going to be a couple weeks he's out, but A.J. Dillon took over just fine. I believe A.J. Dillon has a nickname, the Quad Father. So I don't know if you guys have seen this dude's quads. They are massive. If not, Google it. He is the Quad Father, apparently, which is a crazy nickname.
Actually, well, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm going to take the Packers. The Vikings are just hot and cold, even when they're at full strength with Dalvin Cook, Jefferson, Thielen, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is the problem there. And you're only going to win when Kirk Cousins decides it's time to win, and this isn't that week.
I'm going to do my pick first. The Green Bay Packers with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones, get well soon. I don't think the Vikings can beat the Green Bay Packers this week, even though they did come off a nice win off the Chargers, but I'm going to have to put my money on Aaron Rodgers. And just to say something, the Quad Father would technically be considered Earl Campbell. No, I still think Earl Campbell got bigger quads than that, bro. But those are some quads.
Oh, my God.
Those are tree trunks. Good Lord.
So the Packers won 17-0, and that's with Aaron Rodgers having a bad game. So he's obviously not going to have a bad game like that. He's always been a consistent quarterback, always positive. This is probably the first time since, week 1 that he didn't throw a touchdown?
Man, everybody panicked that week, too, against the Saints.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, he hardly ever plays bad. Like Matt said, I think him being out, just knocking some rust off. And, Kirk Cousins, I say this every week. I don't like you. You suck, in my opinion. I don't know. I think he was just cocky. And you're not even that good to be cocky. I feel like if you're winning and you won Super Bowls and all, like Tom Brady, you could talk as much trash as you want, but you didn't do anything. So just be quiet. But, yeah, I'm taking the Packers. The toilet bowl of the week. The Dolphins. Versus the Jets.
Boo.
Mike White picking up where Zach Wilson left off with another 4 picks, no touchdowns.
Let's go!
Keep in mind, everyone's trying to compare him to be the next Tom Brady. Not when you're throwing 4 interceptions.
Yeah, maybe the next Peyton Manning. Burn! Sorry, Peyton.
Now, before we get into the picks, Dolphins, quarterback issue. Both Tua and Jacoby Brissett are injured. Tua with a finger injury and Brissett with a knee injury. However, I feel like they said Tua's finger isn't too excessive right now.
Tua bad?
Yeah, it's not that bad at the time. He is looking to start this Sunday, so keep that in mind. Let's get into the picks now. Matt, who are you going to take in this one?
Well, the New York Jets completely ruined me. They didn't ruin me. They probably had no business winning that game, and that was more of a let's fix the Bills pick. But Mike White looked awful. He, I don't really have anything else to say. He just looked awful. Joe Flacco played a little bit, which is great. That just makes this pick a lot easier, and it makes it a lot easier to pick the Dolphins. Regardless of who starts at quarterback, I'm taking the Dolphins, especially coming off that win against the Ravens. That's a lot of momentum for a 3-7 team to have now.
Yep.
With definitely a playoff team in the AFC and potentially a deep run. So I'm going to take the Dolphins in this awful, terrible, miserable debacle of a game.
Debacle.
I just want to forfeit this pick because I don't even want to pick a team because of how bad it is. But I'm going to pick the Miami Dolphins. Because, sorry, Mike White, you and Zach Wilson, Jesus Christ.
Oof, Modom.
You guys look terrible. So, yeah, Dolphins all the way.
I'm taking the Dolphins just because I've taken the Jets in the past, and they've always failed
I don't think
me.
I've ever taken the Jets.
Yeah, everyone
choice.
remembers that Zach Wilson made me cry, and I'm not taking the Jets.
On our second podcast.
I wonder when I'll be back.
Cares.
Hopefully never.
Cares. Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins, and who cares about the Jets?
Bye.
Up next, the Saints versus the Eagles. The Eagles seem to have turned their play calling around quite a bit. A lot of rushing now.
Yeah, they finally started using their 6'2" running back.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't use Jordan Howard in the beginning. Well,
Yeah,
what do I know?
like I said this, I think last week when you weren't here to use obviously when Miles Sanders comes back, to use Howard and Sanders as as Matt called it, a thunder and lightning.
yeah.
It's a good combo, and I think it would work great as long as you use your personnel, man. You got a big guy, use him. I don't know why they're just so intent on just using a small, quick running back.
Passing like freaking 60 times a game and run the
Yeah,
ball like twice.
That too, and
then
you'll
doing a play action when we don't have a
Right.
rushing game.
Yeah, but also you'll protect Jalen Hurts too. I mean, how many times have you seen mobile quarterbacks get hurt?
Wentz.
Yeah, or
All the time.
yeah, RG3 rip. Yeah. So Saints Eagles. Last week Alvin Kamara did not start. He sat out with a knee injury. He is questionable at this time for this week. Yeah, let's get into it. Lupo, you gonna take?
Well, given that Philadelphia keeps up with their rushing attack with Jordan Howard and Boston Scott, and, defense looked pretty damn good last week, too. As long as all these things stay in place, I am going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles this week. I think I picked them last week, too, and they did me proud, so
Yes.
hopefully they'll do it again.
I am happy that I can feel confident in picking the Eagles this week. Hopefully that doesn't mean I'm jinxing them. I'm just happy that they're turning their play calling around. They've been a very spotty team throughout the season. Miles Sanders, no timeline it looks like for his return yet. It looks doubtful he's going to play this week against the Saints. Devontae Smith. Did you guys see that 50-50 ball that he caught?
Mm-hmm.
Man!
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Looking like a stud first-round receiver. Exactly what the Eagles wanted when they drafted him.
Yep.
It's nice to see that he's starting to pan out. There's been some draft issues with Philadelphia in the past with, I don't want to crap on the guy completely, but Jalen Reagor on the team right now, first-round receiver from last year.
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, so they've had some draft woes, so it's nice to see Devontae Smith producing like they expected. And I think that the Eagles have some good momentum going into this, and I think they're not going to roll over the Saints, but it's going to be a fun game to watch.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles as well. I like that they're finally using Jordan Howard. Lupo called that a few weeks ago, and I'm happy he did. It looks like they looks like they listened to him, and It is about damn time. I'm sorry, I get really upset when you have players
Personnel and you don't use it. Yeah.
And I don't understand why people don't do that. Like, I don't know.
How did he sit on the practice squad for 7 weeks?
I don't know.
In the entire NFL, he was on a practice squad.
And he's killing it right now.
Remember, he was on the Bears, blew up, then came here.
We never used
We
him.
barely used him, and then he went to the bench. And then he went to the practice squad. And then you never saw him again. And then now he's back.
Yeah.
And now he's being used. And he's producing.
Yeah.
He's been sitting there the whole time. I don't know.
Listen.
The Eagles just love using like little small running backs. This guy can block.
Yeah.
He can get you that
Short
4th
yardage,
and 1.
yeah.
I don't know. But if the Eagles continue to use Jordan Howard the way I'm hoping they will, and of course when Miles Sanders comes back, that will be a great duo in my opinion.
Thunder and lightning.
Yes, you're looking at another potential great running back duo in the league currently because it seems like that's been a trend this year.
Yep.
And also just another reason why I'm taking the Eagles, if Alvin Kamara's knee is still an issue, that will play a big role with because that's their man on offense, rushing and offensive receiving. So I'm going with the Eagles. Washington football team beat a Tampa Bay Bucks team. Tom Brady. What happened? And also another note: Panthers destroyed Matt's Cardinals. What happened?
Cardinals had everybody hurt still. Chase Edmonds out. DeAndre
Listen,
Hopkins out. Kyler Murray
They should have
out.
lost last week then, too.
Yep. Yeah, they should have.
Right, but
that's insulting to the team who lost last week. I don't remember who they played, but the Cardinals had no business winning that
49ers?
game. Yeah, who completely manhandled the Rams.
Rams.
I don't know what's going on in the NFL, but let's stay focused.
Proving the point that this year for the NFL is the weirdest year I have ever seen in
Yeah, I thought it was just me. But
Yeah, any given Sunday.
Yeah.
literally.
So, for Washington, Chase Young out for the season with a ACL tear.
Not good.
That is a shame. Nice young guy making a name for himself, and now he's out for the season.
All right.
Also, for the Panthers, Cam Newton's back. He's a bum in my opinion, but he did throw a touchdown. He did rush a touchdown in, and it seems like Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton complement each other. PJ Walker didn't really get anything going, but they won, so who cares? Let's get into the picks. Lupo, start us off.
I want to go with, wow, they both beat really good teams last week.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yep.
And having Cam Newton back, I'm not a fan, but having him back in the lineup, complimenting Christian McCaffrey, it makes it hard to want to pick the Washington football team. Guys, you really need to pick a freaking name. Anyway, I'm going to have to go with Carolina, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to, but I'm going to have to go with Carolina.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, I'm going Carolina too.
That'll make me feel better.
All right. I think Cam Newton's going to start. I do like Cam Newton there. I think it's a nice homecoming for them. Like you were saying, him and CMC have good chemistry together. It should be a nice 1-2 punch. I'm very curious to see if DJ Moore starts to get involved again. He was very hot early in the season, and he's been a little bit on the downside here. So Robbie Anderson was getting a little bit more involved that game, who kind of flip-flop, was slow at the end of the year. Not the greatest of games here, but he got in the end zone. So kind of curious to see how this offense changes. There's a meme that's going around that the Panthers are currently paying Cam Newton's replacement, and then they're paying Cam Newton to replace his replacement's replacement. So if the Panthers GM does not get fired at the end of the year, I don't understand football.
Neither does Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
Ho, burn!
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with the Panthers. Was it Sam Darnold in the beginning? You said that he was leading also in rushing?
Yeah.
He seemed to be fired, in the beginning, and then what were they calling him? He looked like a police officer or something.
Oh, the Lego
Lego
police
Yeah, the Lego
officer.
police officer. I guess that went to his head because he's been terrible. He got hurt. PJ
How
Walker.
would you like it if you were a meme?
Depends on how the meme went. But anyways, Cam
was a
Newton, like I said,
derogatory meme.
he's a bum. I used to actually love him before that debacle
Yeah,
Super Bowl, but we're not going to get
yeah.
into that.
Because that was 5 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, one
However,
play.
though, he
6.
does compliment Christian McCaffrey. They have chemistry. I feel like him screaming "I'm back," as much as that annoyed the crap out of me, I feel like that's.
Oh, now he's fired up, man.
Yeah,
Carolina's.
but that's my
his
point
home,
that I'm
man.
trying to make is that they're going to rally behind him
Yeah,
because they are they are home back to back.
He's out to prove a point that they shouldn't have gotten rid of him.
Exactly, and Chase Young being out, not being able to get to Cam Newton, which I do believe he'll start, is going to play a factor in this week. So I will go with the Panthers with you guys as well. The last 1 o'clock game for the week will be the 49ers versus the Jaguars.
A lot of 1 o'clock games.
Yeah, there's a lot of 1 o'clock games this week. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock games this week.
Oh.
Don't know why. Anyways,
Daylight savings,
the
probably.
49ers beat up a LA Rams.
Yeah.
Was completely unexpected. Debo Samuel, Lupo's boy, went off. He had one receiving touchdown with 97 yards and 36 rushing yards with a touchdown as well. Dude is a beast. I got to give it to Lupo. You called him in the beginning of the year. I was like, who the hell are you talking about? And boy, do I know now.
Debo.
Also, George Kittle, I believe this is his second or third week back from being out.
I think second. But
Did
Second
anybody see the pancake block he laid on Von Miller?
God.
Dude, Talk about a freaking blocking tight end. Like, Kittle really, I feel like he really loves blocking as much as he loves receiving.
Right.
And it's great because I love seeing tight ends like that. Good job, bro.
And especially on one note on George Kittle, a lot of people seem to be not giving him a lot of credit. I feel like he's definitely one of the top tight ends in the league currently. But a lot of people, I hear a lot of people don't like him for some reason. They call him a bum and this and that.
Maybe because he's not putting up the numbers he did like the previous year.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he's definitely
hurt though.
Yeah, but he's been back and he's had a touchdown. I think in the both games he's been back. He's got yards. He's laying people down, as Lupo's saying. So I don't know. I kind of like George Kittle. I mean, I feel like
I'm a fan.
I think
he's a great tight end.
Yeah, I think that's all they have is
Current
Yeah.
current tight ends. I'd probably go Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, George Kittle, Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And then there's
I can agree with that.
I don't know who I'd put in that fifth spot, but
Gronk.
nah.
Pitts maybe.
You gotta put
as of
Gronk.
right now. He's getting better and better.
Yeah, it's
I
up
gotta
in
get
the
rid
debate.
of Matt Ryan. But anyways,
there's a tier break there.
Right.
But
Anyways, get back to the picks. The Jaguars lost again to the Colts. James Robinson's back. He scored a touchdown. We go over this every week. Not too much to talk about for the Jaguars because they stink. Who wants to go first?
Matt?
I'll go first. 49ers.
Wow.
Debo. Lupo's convinced me. Debo is a beast. George Kittle, laying pancakes, also a beast.
He wants to spend Red's money.
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers.
I'll take the Niners too. Elijah Mitchell has a questionable game status with a broken finger. The running back for the 49ers. So not sure what they'll do there. I'm not too worried about it. When you handle the Rams like they did, I'm not worried about a Jaguars game.
Nah.
No, not at all. I'm also going to beat a trio in this and go with the 49ers because, well, I mean, the Jaguars did beat the Bills. But, yeah, I can't pick you guys. Sorry.
Starting the 4 o'clock games for Sunday, we got up first is the Bengals versus the Raiders. The Bengals were on a bye. The Raiders got manhandled by the Chiefs, who everyone is saying now the Chiefs are back. It's one game. Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
However, Patty Mahomes did throw 5 touchdowns, but we get into that. That game is up next.
Bang.
The last, I think, 2 weeks before the Bengals bye, they lost both games, and that upsets me. They had time to get it together, so I'm going with the Bengals right off the bat. I got to stick with my team this year. I don't really know how I got stuck on the Bengals this year, but yeah, Bengals. Raiders, they're just hot and cold like every other team this year, and
They got a lot of drama.
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
Jackson
they started
gave away
off
a
good,
touchdown.
then they suck, and then they beat this team, and you're like, oh, well, they're back, and then the drama, and this and that, and they're losing and winning. I don't know. But I'm going with the Bengals because that's been my go-to punch this year, and I'm going to stick with it. Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals as well. I just think they're a better team than the Raiders here. Deshaun Jackson, I don't know if you guys seen the play. He pretty much turned around the wrong way, not threw the ball, but fumbled it, and pretty much gave a wide-open touchdown away. Not that would have won them the game, but could have definitely been a momentum shifter. But I'm going to go with the Bengals fresh off the bye. I don't think they lose 3 straight, and I'll roll with your Triple J here.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to have to agree. You did sell me on the Bengals like you did in the beginning of the year. I sold you on Debo. You sold me on the Joe brothers, so it's only fair. I'm picking the Bengals. Raiders, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you really got to figure some stuff out. So, Joe brothers, don't let me down. You can't lose 3 in a row. Game of the week.
Game of the week.
Ha.
Give it a week.
Cowboys versus Chiefs. Should be a very, very good game. Both teams looking strong last week.
Both put up 40-plus
However,
points.
the Cowboys played against the
Yeah.
crappy Falcons, and the Chiefs played against the hot and cold Raiders. Before we get into the picks for the Cowboys, Michael Parsons. Dude
Beast.
is a beast. He is currently in second in total tackles on that team, but he's first in solo tackles for that team. I believe, who was that? Matt called them out this year.
Yeah.
Michael Parsons. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he called that like the
Matt,
first
great
week.
pick. Lupo with Debo, Matt with Parson, and me with the Bengals. Weird. Let's get into it now. Matt, start us off.
See, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it in my head because Micah Parsons, I still a lock for defensive rookie of the year, but I think we can upgrade the conversation and start talking actual defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
I would say the only person probably ahead of him right now is his teammate Trayvon Diggs. I won't take your spotlight too much here, Lupo, but with another pick this week.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs, though. I think the Cowboys are due for a loss, and I think the Chiefs are coming in hot. Mahomes fresh off of 5 touchdowns. They have plenty of weapons to spread the ball around to. And I think it's going to be really close. Potentially even an overtime game, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
As much as I hate to say it, and like I've been saying all year, I have to pick the Dallas Cowboys because their team just looks great all around. I mean, offense, defense, I say it every week. Micah Parsons, definitely defensive rookie of the year, possibly defensive player of the year. Trayvon Diggs got another pick last week to make the total 8, and I'm telling you, the kid will probably break 10 easily. We could even see him be the first one to break double digits in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's only week 11.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I've seen more than 10 picks in a season. I think Rogers Cromartie might have been the last guy to have 10-plus picks. Ooh. And it's been a while for a league that's going like heavy passing. You would expect people to have more interceptions, but I don't know. I guess they didn't learn nothing from Ed Reed. You should watch film on the guy. I guarantee if Ed Reed was in the league, he'd probably have more picks than everybody else. But with that being said, I can't pick Kansas City this week because Dallas has a better team overall, in my opinion. So, Keller?
I'm taking the Cowboys just for the fact.
Come on, I'm alone with the Chiefs. I never have luck with the Chiefs.
I'm picking the Cowboys. Listen, I'm taking the Cowboys because I definitely don't see. I feel like okay, the Chiefs are going to be better, but they're not going to be like Mahomes isn't just going to flip a switch on and be like that. He might still play good, but he's not throwing.
Trayvon Diggs.
He's not throwing 5 touchdowns again. That's not going to happen.
Fine, he'll throw 3.
So
and run 1.
Listen, Chiefs.
Book it.
Quarterback, I would give it to Mahomes. Running back, going to Cowboys. Wide receivers goes back to the Chiefs. Yeah. But what wins games? Defense. Cowboys have a better defense, in my opinion. I got to go with the Cowboys just for that reason.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this next game, I would honestly say if both teams were at full strength, this would be a great game to watch. But Cardinals, a lot of players missing still, and Seahawks, Russell Wilson's finger, I would say is not all there yet. He came back a little bit earlier than what he was intended to be out for, and that definitely showed this past game they got shut out. No points at all. Enough said. With that being said, let's get into it. Lupo, who are you going to take?
Oof, this is tough. Well, with the Seahawks literally getting blown out last week and Arizona having most of their key players injured or questionable at least, I don't know who to pick on this one, to be honest with you. That's why I'm kind of upset you made me go first. But is Russell playing next week?
Russell is playing. As of now. Remember, we're doing this way early in advance just because of our schedules.
Put me down for the Seahawks.
So
just put me down for the Seahawks. Sorry. I don't want to go against the Cardinals, but without D-Hop and Kyler Murray, it's kind of,
I think the Cardinals are going to be really chasing after this first-round bye in the playoffs, and with only one spot being available in the AFC and the NFC, I think they're going to try to get their weapons back out on the field as soon as they can. Obviously, trying to avoid re-injury, but I think if Hopkins and Murray are in a position where they can play, they will be playing, and I'm going to take the Cardinals. On the sheer fact that I think the players are going to play Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. If they don't play, and this isn't my pick, I think they'll lose the game against the Seahawks if they're without Kyler and DeAndre Hopkins, but I'm going to go I'm going to go with my pick for the Cardinals, hoping for good health.
I was going to say the same exact thing. If Kyler Murray and D-Hop play, Cardinals easy.
Absolutely.
You know, you weren't here last week, and you picked.
Where was I?
I don't know. You picked you picked the Packers, and I don't know if you know this, but Aaron Rodgers, there was a 50-50 chance, I guess, that he wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
And I went with you, banking on the hopes that he would return and they would win. Well, that happened. The Seahawks, Aaron Rodgers came back and he played like shit, but they still came back and they won. I'm going to go with Matt on the same thing, hoping that Kyler Murray and D-Hop come back, and if they do, this is a win. So I'm going to go down with the Cardinals as well with Matt, in hope that the players come back and they're at full strength and they get I wouldn't say an easy win, but with full strength on the Cardinals, man, that's a scary team. So I'm taking the Cardinals.
Prime time.
That sucks.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah,
Prime time.
Yeah.
You hyped me up for that.
Yeah, last week was a lot
Can we do
better.
this over?
If you want, but we're
Three.
not going to cut it.
No, we're not doing that over.
One.
Let's go with the pick.
Prime time.
Prime time.
No, you guys suck. I did it way
I
better.
got a headache. What do you want from me? Primetime game will be the Steelers versus the Chargers. The Steelers tied against the Detroit Lions. What are you doing? I don't care if Ben Roethlisberger didn't play. You don't tie against the Lions. However, I did pick the Lions earlier, so I'm just going to shut up now.
Well, you didn't technically lose.
You picked them to win. You didn't pick them to tie.
Yeah, that's true, but that's a long shot. But
They
anyway,
can still go 0-16.
I know, but we're not talking about the Lions anymore. We are talking about the Steelers versus the Chargers in primetime, 8 o'clock on November 21st.
Prime time.
Yes, I am just going to start
Primetime?
us off. I am going to go right off the bat and take the Chargers due to the fact that you tied against the Lions. I don't care if Ben Roethlisberger, you don't do that.
The Bills lost to the Jaguars, okay?
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I've taken them a few times, and I feel like every time I take them, they suck. But I'm due. I'm going to use Matt's thing for the season and say that I'm due for the Chargers pick finally. So, yes, I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers too. The Chargers are a much better team in my opinion. Najee Harris looks great on the Steelers. Actually, Mason Rudolph did a decent job moving the ball around, but I don't care. I think if Mason Rudolph plays, they lose substantially. I think if Ben Roethlisberger plays, they lose by a little. But they still lose regardless, taking the Chargers.
I agree.
I shall take the Pittsburgh Steelers and be the odd man out. Even though you freaking tied with the Lions. But we're not going to talk about that because there's really no need to talk about that.
No. I think Najee Harris didn't even know that there was ties.
He pulled a McNabb years and years ago. McNabb didn't know you could tie in the regular season, and Najee Harris also...
I find that hilarious that you literally play in the NFL and you don't know that a tie could happen.
In his defense, I think ties in the NFL are stupid.
I agree.
I just don't like the way they go about it.
Why can't you just play another, 5 minutes?
They should just adapt college overtime completely, where they just take they go back and forth and
from the 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I think that would be actually I think that's more
I actually find it
too.
unfair that it's based on the coin toss and the luck.
Yeah.
Because say you get lucky and you actually get the coin toss goes your way, and you actually end up scoring, you win the game.
Yeah.
The other team doesn't even get the chance to do anything.
Only if you score a touchdown. If you kick a field goal, the other
I'm
team
saying
gets
if you
it.
score a touchdown,
Yeah,
then
I
the
know.
game's over. It's kind of not fair. You should really give both offenses each a chance and see who wins and keep going until one of them wins.
Well, that's the college rules. Each who doesn't matter who goes first. One guy goes from the 20. Mm-hmm. And you score, but the other team still gets a chance to go.
Yeah.
And you just keep
That'd
going.
be more fair, in my opinion.
I think it's
exciting.
Well, yeah, it is. Obviously,
It
you want
is
to be
way
fair,
more
but
fair.
yeah, as a fan, I feel like that would be great to watch.
I think it was Penn State.
I mean, what if they're
Iowa
like,
a couple weeks
trading
ago,
off
9 overtimes?
Yeah, trading off.
Yeah, man.
Touchdowns
Keep going
would
until
be great.
somebody passes out. Somebody's gonna win
Yeah,
eventually.
you're getting paid all that money. Let's
stop crying about
You can
it.
afford to be out there for a couple.
Freaking the
more
players
minutes.
from the 50s and 60s had to work a regular day job, and they still played harder than you freaking little
Pansies.
girls.
Yeah, I agree with.
Get me fired up now.
I agree. I think you should adapt the college rules for that. I think that would be way more entertaining.
And go back to the old number system, please. I hate seeing freaking linebackers wearing 11. It's just weird.
Why you gotta come at Michael Parsons like that?
Because he's the first guy I thought of. He's the most dominant guy right now, so he was the first one I thought of.
All right, so going back to the picks, me and Matt are taking the Chargers, and Lupo's taking the Steelers. And I feel like the Steelers has been your trend this year. I don't know if you noticed that, Matt, but
Yeah. I normally pick against them. You normally pick them, and there's a reason you're in first.
not anymore. We're tied.
Just like the Lions.
That's not funny.
Monday Night Football, November 22nd, will be the Giants versus the Bucks. The Giants had a bye last week, and the Bucks, as you know earlier, lost to Washington. What a surprise that game was.
As many other games are?
Yes, but
Or were?
the simple thing that we always go over every week, turnovers will kill you. Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions.
Again.
And, that'll do it. Especially against a crappy team like Washington, but that'll do it. Not his best game, though. Even, you take the picks away, just still not his best game. Usually he's got...
What happened to Leonard Fournette?
What do you mean? He had 11 carries for 47 yards.
Yeah, that's not great.
Well, their rushing attack usually isn't great because of him, but... Anyways, I don't think Tom Brady's have another crappy game like that, especially against another crappy team like the Giants. So I'm just going to take the Bucs right off the bat. You won't see many bad games out of Tom, and we all know this. He's the GOAT, blah, 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 Super Bowl, blah, blah, always wins, fountain of youth, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'm going with the Bucs.
I think Tom Brady is washed his hands, and he's moved past the loss, and I think he's going to handle the Giants with ease. Not worried about this game, not worried about the 2 picks. Everyone's entitled to an off game. Tom Brady's are far and few in between, and expect that to be the last one in a while.
Now, can I ask both of you gentlemen a question? Do you think
No,
Tom...
but thank you for asking.
Do you think Tom is going to have flashbacks playing the Giants, even though Eli Manning isn't playing? You think he's going to have flashbacks of 2007 and 2011 and be like, damn, I can't believe these guys actually beat me?
No.
You think Eli's going to be at the game just for the hell of it?
I hope so. I hope he sits right,
Like, yeah.
right at the 50.
Right.
What if he was...
Peyton
on
on
the
one side,
sideline.
Eli on the other, and Cooper in the booth?
I wonder if Eli and Peyton will do their Monday night thing for this game.
Oh, they better.
Oh, because that's going to be
Dude,
fun to
they
listen to.
freaking better. And if anybody even thinks about canceling that, I'm starting a freaking petition.
That's hilarious.
So,
That is the greatest thing to happen to football
Is
in
it
years.
weekly? Do they
Yeah,
do it
it's
every
weekly.
Monday?
Yeah, it's every
okay, I
Monday.
didn't know if it was every Monday or not.
so your pick. You're going with the Bucs?
Oh, yeah, the pick.
Oh, wait a minute. Why are we here?
Yeah, where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. You know,
you sure?
I can't go against Tom.
you
There's
sure?
no Eli. If Eli was
Are
playing,
you sure?
listen. If I know for a fact Eli's gonna be in the stadium, I'm going with the Giants. But I don't
He's
think
going to be in the stadium.
I might have to change.
He's
my
actually
pick
going to
now.
be coaching.
Oh, that's even worse.
He's the mascot.
He always looked like the mascot with that confused look on his face.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, they can't put him on the Mount Rushmore of the Giants. I'm like, well, you kind of can. He beat Tom Brady
You have
twice, and he kept him from going 19-0.
to.
So
What, him,
that was
Lawrence
insane.
Taylor. Who else we putting on that Giants?
you got to
squad?
put Phil Simms.
Michael Strahan.
You
Yeah.
could put Michael
Yeah.
Strahan too.
The sack.
No, you got to put Bill Parcells. Has to be on the Mount Rushmore. Has to be.
All right, let us know in the Giants. In the comments, the Giants Mount Rushmore that you're thinking.
LT, Parcells. You got to put Eli and the toss-up for 4th.
I would give it to Strahan.
Same.
He's one of the most iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did break the sack record by
Yeah.
by half a sack.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
He's in.
You have to give it to Strahan, yeah. True. Sorry, Phil Simms.
Yep. Voice
Like he's a
crack.
broadcaster.
So there's only 2 teams on the bye this week. It would be the Broncos and the Rams. The Rams need it big time.
Oh, they need it.
Like, we got Von Miller and OBJ. We got killed.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on the Rams real fast. You got
You've been waiting the entire
was it no?
show
Robert
for
Woods is out with
ACL.
a ACL.
Yeah. I think it's an ACL. One of the ligaments.
Yes, I think you're right.
MCL, ACL,
No, I think
PCL.
it's
ACL.
ACL.
It's all the same.
You got
Not
Von
really.
Miller, who
We got pancake blocked like
Von
George
Miller,
Kittle.
But I feel like he's starting to, old age starting to catch up with him too. I think he's a little bit washed, but I won't throw him under the bus just yet. But that's just my opinion. Now, someone who is washed, OBJ, I don't care. You think Robert Woods, unfortunate, being out for this season. Listen, OBJ, there's an opening for you in second wide receiver. I mean, I understand Matthew Stafford's the quarterback, and he controls where the ball goes. But OBJ,
you haven't been good since you were on the Giants with Eli 9
Yeah.
years ago when you made that incredible catch, and that's the only thing you got, dude.
and he's
Ever
he's
since
hurt.
he kicked the field goal net.
Yeah, ever since the field goal net beat you up, you haven't been the same.
Yeah, but that's just all I wanted to cover about the Rams that seem to be going downhill as of right now, at least. But
How about them Rams?
I forgot about that. That was funny. But that will conclude Week 11's NFL Pick'ems. Stay tuned for more Back for Blood. We have a playlist all set up for you guys. Expect more of that to be out. Battlefield is right around the corner. I am in the process of getting Call of Duty out for you guys, hopefully in the next maybe week-ish. Halo multiplayer came out
Yesterday on Monday, November 15th.
I probably won't do too much multiplayer, but if you guys want, drop comments. I can probably make it happen if that's what you guys want, but I'm probably looking more to do the campaign for you guys. Also, one last thing, Lupo still possibly putting out a drift tutorial for you guys at some point, but be patient.
Forza Horizon 5, even though the mechanics in that game are they're not a lot different. It's just there's a couple things that they did with the tuning that I'm not a real big fan of that really, alter my style of drifting, but I'll make a tutorial, to help you guys out like I did with Forza Horizon 3, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Just be patient for that. That does take a while. It's a lot of editing. We do have, jobs and everything, so just be a little patient with us.
Unless
but
somebody
everything,
wants to give us money.
Yeah, your support helps us out. You support us more, we give you more videos. So
Remember, $1 a day could save a bunch of us from having to, well, I don't know, fill.
Listen, I didn't think I'd make it this far.
Yeah, me either.
Anyways, we will see you guys next week for
Week
NFL
12.
Pick'ems weeks 12 and other stuff such as
Back for Blood.
and all that stuff. So
And I
stay
will
tuned.
be streaming Battlefield, I think.
Yes, we will be starting.
I just got to get good at it because I'm not as good as I
not
was.
good.
I'm not. It's not like Battlefield
We can make a
1.
get good series.
Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of help on this one. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
See you later. Happy birthday to anyone's birthday it is.
We're not doing that again.
We're not doing that ever again.